Hello everyone, it's MB. Today is a very special day for me because it has been 1 whole year since I've started YouTube. Now, technically using YouTube itself, I've been doing that for a long time, and the channel, or the account, I've had since 2016, but at the time it was just an account that I would use to watch videos. I didn't actually make any content of my own until a whole year ago, which is why today is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. I do not know why. I do not know why I did not make any content before last year. I honestly wish I did, though plausible reason is because I did have thoughts of wondering if I should make a YouTube channel or not before last year, but I wasn't really set on them. I don't know if I've had these thoughts since like 2020 or 2021, but what I do know is that before July, last year in April, sometime after the SMG4 movie Puzzlevision released, I actually did have thoughts of wanting to start a YouTube channel, except I was more set on those thoughts this time. And shortly after watching the official movie, just when it released, I wanted to make my own little Super Mario 64DS mod of it, and it was clearly inspiration, not copy and paste, because the long play you're watching is clearly my really short Super Mario 64DS mod of Puzzlevision. It's called Super Mario 64DS Puzzlevision, where even though it takes elements from the actual movie, it's its own thing entirely. Like, it's a passion project I made for myself, and it's my interpretation. Well, interpretation, like, it's like its own thing, basically. Like, it's not connected to the official SMG4 movie, Puzzlevision, and it's not connected to it's not canon SMG4 itself, and yeah. So, even though I'd set thoughts of creating a YouTube channel in April by making that Super Mario 64DS mod, I didn't start till either late June or late July, but mid-July was when I finished making the mod, and July 14th, 2024 was the very day I had made the release trailer for it. That was the very first video I uploaded on my channel. I have made I've made a 1 year anniversary update for this mod, which is a content update, which adds in a whole bunch of stuff which you can find in the description, and the download link will clearly be available once the premiere is over. The download link for the 1 year anniversary mod, of course. And with my very first video, I actually used HitFilm to create it, and that was because years before I even had thoughts of creating a YouTube channel, I used to make all these videos for myself, like just for fun, like not for the internet, like just for myself to watch. The video editor I used at the time was HitFilm, because I'm pretty sure it was actually a video editor at the time. But last year, when I used HitFilm and I was first starting content creation, I only used it for my first 3 videos because, 1, HitFilm was extremely laggy, like, while I was making the videos and while I was exporting them, and 2, HitFilm took up a lot of space, both just being on my computer and exporting the videos, and 3, the videos exported from HitFilm also took up a lot of space. So really, it just took up a lot of space and it was extremely laggy, so I just got rid of it, and then I tried finding any other video editor to use for my future videos and searched for a lot, but if they were free, I was only allowed to like have them be like 60 seconds long, because for unlimited amount of time, I'd have to pay for them. I don't know if CapCut was one of them, probably not. I don't think it was CapCut. It was just a bunch of these random video editors that were technically free, but the free versions were just ass, while actually being able to use them normally required to, like, pay for them. So then I found Adobe Premiere Pro, which I've used since then, up until March this year, like after one of my Friday Night Funkin' playthroughs, Dudette's Boyfriend Mix. I got rid of Premiere Pro and actually resorted to DaVinci Resolve, and even though DaVinci's kind of a little hard to use, it's so much better than any other video editor that I've used before, and I don't know why I didn't even think of using DaVinci Resolve before. I don't even think I thought of it back then, but I honestly really wish I used DaVinci at first hand instead of retarded Premiere Pro and even worse, HitFilm. Speaking of HitFilm, that video editing program is actually dead, so there's that. So enough about the modern video editing programs for a bit. I want to talk about my history on YouTube. So I started out when I made my first video, I started out with 57, 58, or 59 subscribers. I've already gained over 200, well over 200 in a single year. I didn't think I was going to get, but I know this is barely enough for monetization and all that, but I still didn't think I was going to get this far in subs in just a single year. For watch hours, I have almost 4,000, and I know that still isn't enough for monetization, under 4,000, but I have 3,894 or so. That is still really close, and that was more really because of the 1 hour extension of the Rick's FX tutorial Pico Mix 1 hour extension that I made back in March, which I didn't expect to get so much views, 15,000, what the fuck, really. I don't know what's up with you guys, and yeah. Speaking of audience, subscribers, all that, compared to 2024, YouTube in 2025, for my channel personally, is, it has been different, because even though I'm still struggling and all that, I am feeling a lot better, and more people are coming onto my channel. I mean, really, last year, I didn't even have at least 100 subs, and I didn't have at least 1,000 views on any of my videos. This year was the year one of my videos finally got 1,000 views, and that was Stay Funky 1 hour extension. But even then, more of my videos got over 1,000 views. I mean, not a lot, but still more. The Genocide Revival 1 hour extension, that Wario Apparition tech demo mod you're all crazy about for some reason. Silly Billy Remastered, I don't know why you all love that video so much that it's my most commented video. My first Silly Billy video only got 268 views, so I guess it did fine, I don't know. My second one, Silly Billy Remastered, already has 8,000 views even though it's a New Year's special. So it did a lot better than the last one, and I don't know why you guys love it so much, and yes, I'm still going to make the Daredevil run. And then my most viewed video is of course the one with 15,000 views, Rick's FX Tutorial Pico Mix 1 hour extension. I managed to gain already over 100 subs in less than a year, so yeah, I know I'm rambling on about that, but want to talk about that. And while I'm on the topic of history, I also want to talk about the people who I've connected with on YouTube. Despite where I am now, I don't believe I've actually connected with a lot of people. I mean, I've commented on a lot of videos, talked to a lot of people, talked to nearly everybody's commented on my videos, all that. But for personal connections, people I feel so I can actually call my friends, there are only 5 people on YouTube who I've connected with that I believe I can actually call my real friends. And I first connected with them last year, of course, but over the course of this year, I feel like I've connected with them more, gotten more close to them, probably. These people are Cinnamon Sprinkles Official, Mind of Thomas. I mean, I have barely talked to him, but I still want to make the animated version of his latest video, of course. RPG Visual, Sneeze Tooth, and how can I ever forget the man himself, Big Soprano. There was another person on here, well, more really Discord, who I used to be great friends with, but unfortunately I'm not friends with him anymore due to having a falling out with him back in January this year, though I didn't actually end the connection with him until like a couple weeks ago. Probably not even a week ago, but it was just recently where I stopped being friends with him. And it was Win7admin. I befriended him in summer last year and we were working on a project together. But unfortunately this year, not only did he cancel the project altogether, but he wanted me to not continue it with him anymore. And I also kept trying to get in touch with him after that to see if we were still friends or not, but unfortunately he never got back, and I've been trying for weeks, so I just decided to end the friendship with him. But yeah, I want to talk about Cinnamon real quick. She's literally the only person on YouTube I've actually been able to successfully collab with, because I know I put off my part of the Vadi and Friday Night Funkin' collab for 5 whole months, which it's still my fault, I know. I was just going through a ton of horrible mental issues back then. I still am now. Like, I was hurting a lot back then where I just didn't want to do it. I'm still hurting now, but compared to last year, I am feeling a lot better, and I am glad I was able to finish the collab, and I still want to make the Vadi and Friday Night Funkin' collab a mod one day. I just want to be able to work on it when I have the time and when I feel like it. Let me talk about content before I end off this video. So for content, well, first, the reason why I even made a mod release was simply because I don't really know, I just thought it would be a unique thing, like releasing this mod that I'm playing right now. I thought it would be a unique thing compared to any other video, and I'm not saying I regret doing it, I'm actually glad I did, but it didn't really perform well in views. It only has 71 for some reason. Hopefully this one is very good. And for content, of course, after that, I started making playthroughs because not only were there a ton of games I wanted to play, primarily mods, but also SpongeBob SquarePants Creature from the Krusty Krab DS. Playthroughs were some of the easiest forms of content like I knew how to make, and they were honestly really fun playing and even uploading onto YouTube. But sometime this year, even though I of course still do playthroughs and all that, I have been feeling more burnt out on doing them, like disinterested, because there's other forms of content I want to be able to do, like animations and storytime videos, and I've been able to do them, but I've put off playthroughs because of that. And I mean, it clearly makes sense, so I could focus on them more. And aside from being burnt out, the reason I shifted to animations is because, of course, I love Friday Night Funkin', and I've had ideas to make my own animations for quite a while now, and I'm really glad I actually got to doing them. And there's a little mini movie that I'm making, but I've been putting it off here and there, really, because I've still just been really tired, burnt out, and shit, because I'm still hurting a lot mentally, but I do want to get it out before the summer's over. And for storytime videos, not only was it because I discovered Big Soprano, like not only was it because I was inspired by him, but there's a lot that's happened to me personally throughout my life, and a lot of them are like bad things, like I've talked about before, being betrayed, being taken advantage of, having really shitty and retarded people in my life who I wish never became part of my life, because I wouldn't be in the mess of being lonely and worthless, because most of these people I used to respect, but not anymore. Like, they're now my enemies because they've bitten me in the back and they've made me feel worthless, and they're proud of ruining my life, and they got off to that. And other pieces of content like music extensions, that's really because, first, for music that I like that's not on YouTube, I wanted to upload onto YouTube because it's not on YouTube. The extensions, however, the same reason, but also even if they are already on YouTube, they don't have extended versions of them, so I want to be the person to do that, and I have done that with some songs, like whether they're 10-minute or 30-minute or 1-hour extensions or whatever. And I feel like the last thing I should talk about is why I even started a YouTube channel in the first place. If I can talk about it already. The reason I started a YouTube channel to begin with is because YouTube is the only career that I actually want to do lifelong, and it has been a huge struggle trying to get monetized, and it still is. I don't know why my shit always goes unnoticed. I don't know why it just doesn't get the attention, praise it deserves, aside from a few pieces like Silly Billy Remastered. And along with it being the only career that I want to do lifelong, I also wanted to build up a community and be able to connect with my community. Now, what I want my community to consist of is, of course, people who are within my age range, so 18 to 23 years old, and I also want them to have the same interests as me and want their intentions to be pure, like they want to befriend me and all that. I am 21 years old. I turned 21 last week, and I started my YouTube channel when I was 20 last year. Because I'm 21, I want my community to consist of people who, of course, have my interests, but are also within my age range. Like, I don't want my community at all mainly consisting of people who are under 18 and over 23, because, like, I'd rather personally connect with people who I can befriend rather than people who aren't even in my age range, like I've been saying. I'm extremely uncomfortable around anyone who's not within my age range, and I really do everything to stay away from them. The reason I wanted to build up a community to connect with is because I've been extremely lonely since 2022. I had hoped that by creating a community and personally connecting with people who are within my age range, have the same interests as me, and have pure intentions, I'd be able to finally make friends, but even then, it's still a struggle because there are some of my friends on YouTube who don't even have, like, you know, Discord. I mean, there's some who do, some who don't, and, like, I only say Discord so I can talk to them directly, and that's the only, well, aside from Twitter and Blue Sky, it's really the only platform I use to directly talk to anyone on YouTube if they're my friends on YouTube. While I do still have some close friends on YouTube, I would say that it's still been a struggle making friends on YouTube and in general, and I still can't even talk to them that much. At least not directly, not without commenting on their videos and all that posts. But that's really it. I'm not sure what else to say. So before I end off this video, I just want to say thank you all so much for 1 year on YouTube. It has been a struggle, and it still is, but even though there's been days where I've just not been to it, I'm really glad to have gotten to where I am now, and I'm really grateful for the people who actually bothered to support my channel, and I'm even more grateful to the people who actually wanted to be my friends and are still my friends to this day. Especially Cinnamon, since, again, she's the only person I've collabed with on YouTube, and I will do more collabs in the future, but I don't want to do too much because even one collab has proven to be a lot of work. So, again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for 1 whole year on YouTube. I really hope you still look forward to the content that I will push out later this year. And also my second channel, because for my first channel, my main channel, I mean, I'm simply going to be doing animations and storytime videos, maybe calling out content farmers if people want me to do that, and also WarioWare parodies when I can get to them. My second channel will have all of my content that my main channel, that I used to do on my main channel, so it's really just a way to clean up my main channel and all that without having to fully quit what I used to do. So anyway, again, thank you all so much for one whole year on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who supported my channel. Thank you to the very few people who wanted to be my friends and are still my friends and are actually glad to be my friends. And I will still be making content for you guys and entertaining you and making you happy. All that is really what matters. And yeah, there's more to come. So I hope you all have a spectacular MD day.